My Pikmin obsession began on our first trip to Japan last year, summer of 2024. We were at the Nintendo store in Kyoto, and I wanted to get into a new Nintendo IP, but I was in between Splatoon and Pikmin. I kept going back and forth. It took me about 14 minutes to finally decide, and I decided Pikmin, which was one of the best choices I probably would have made. I'm thankful for my fiance. She's the one who actually bought it for me as my birthday gift since we were down there. So thank you a million times, because that game is one of the best. I remember holding it and just looking at the box art, and then once we finally had gotten back to the hotel, that's when I opened it up, looked at the art even more, put the cartridge into the Switch, and hearing the chimes, the bells for the first time once you load it up was really a pleasant surprise, because I didn't know what I was getting myself into. All I knew is that it's a nature game where you're tiny and you have little Pikmin following you. That's all I really knew about it. So hearing the soundtrack for the first time really kind of threw me back. I'm like, wow, this is really good soundtrack. I love the melodic piano keys that it opens up with. Just playing it for the first time out, the soundtrack, like I'm mentioning, the soundtrack was really good. The gameplay felt really good and solid, and the visuals, they were really good. I'm not sure if it was just because I was playing on the OLED, but the visuals were really good on the Switch on handheld mode, which is my preferred playing method. After playing the first few courses, I kind of wanted to take it slow. I didn't want to be a game where I just kind of rush into to try to complete it as fast as I can. So I paced myself, and I would typically play it at the beginning of our days before we did anything while everyone else was getting ready. And then once we got back, I would do the night versions of them, because there is a day and night cycle. At night, you do collect stuff, and you it's kind of like a zombie horde mode, which is pretty cool. It's unique. I didn't expect a zombie survival aspect of it. And taking it steady instead of just kind of rushing to complete it like I do with most games, it let me really appreciate it and sit back and stomach it in, and wow, this game does have a lot to offer. It's not just like a kiddie little game. I still kept getting blown away. I'm like, you can do this, they can do that. There's these kind of Pikmin. Pikmin are really cute. They're one of the cutest IPs that Nintendo has. Maybe because they don't actually talk or they don't say anything, they just do, compared to Animal Crossing, because Animal Crossing is very cutesy. Seeing how cute these Pikmin actually are, it's seeing them work together as a team, collaborative, and their little chant when they're moving stuff together, and just seeing them lay around and fumble around is one of the cutest things ever. And it makes them very unique, and it's a refreshing thing that I'm kind of glad I didn't get into it until now versus as a child, because I don't know what my feelings towards it would have been as a child versus now. But yeah, I just wanted to say that I forgot to. I was always surprised with how the game found new ways to challenge me. So once you thought you were good, it was like, nope, psych, let me challenge you, I'm gonna throw this thing at you. And it's like, okay, there's a new way I gotta solve this issue. I gotta figure out how to not let all my Pikmin die from that one attack that they're throwing at you. So the bosses were pretty challenging. They weren't hard, but they weren't the easiest compared to a Mario boss. But it was a good strategic way to figure things out, and I really do appreciate that, because I love being strategic with my games, and this is one of those games that lets you be extra strategic to maximize how you're gonna play. When we would go out and explore Tokyo, I would always look for Pikmin. It got to the point where if we were around 20 minutes away from the Nintendo store, I would kind of force us to go back to look for more Pikmin stuff. And that's where I kind of got this whole haul of my Donkey Kong barrel with all my little trinkets that I got in from Japan and Nintendo stores. And there was moments too where I was just out wearing Pikmin outfits, or had little Pikmin accessories on, and Japanese people would just come up to me and oh, I like your Pikmin, or they would point and say Pikmin, and we would just kind of laugh. And it was one of those moments where wow, yeah, adults like them. Even kids would watch me play as we were on the bus or on a boat somewhere. They would just kind of look and say Pikmin and get all their other little friends, and it was really a cultural shock. Or I didn't realize that Pikmin was that big over there, and I was like, wow, yeah, I guess everyone doesn't really like Pikmin. It's that good, and it made my appreciation and my love for it even 10 times bigger at that point, because I'm like, yeah, it's a game that's bringing a lot of people together, and I really found that almost humbling because I hadn't seen that in a game in a long time besides like Zelda or Mario, but this one was like unexpected because I feel like it's underrated in the US. But yeah, it was a really good game, and I'm happy to see that there's a lot of people who are happy with it, because once you see Pikmin somewhere, you'll see them everywhere. There's a bunch of Pikmin merch in Japan, and there's a bunch of people wearing Pikmin, or like little Pikmin gachapongs and all that good stuff. But yeah, I wish I would have gotten more Pikmin merch. So typically Pikmin 4 gets between a 7, GameSpot gives it a 7/10, IGN gives it a 9 out of 10, 3.8 from Google, and 87 on Metacritic. So it's not one of those games that, you know, gets a 5 all round like Zelda. So it really comes down to my first experience with the game and what was happening around my life at that time. Hence, we were in Japan, and I was pacing myself playing that game while exploring Japan at the same time. So getting a really good new IP and a really good new experience in my travel life, it kind of like mixed together very well. So now whenever I play it, I do reminisce and think about, oh yeah, while we were in Japan while I was doing this, or I remember unlocking the ice Pikmin for the first time and just being awed with how OP they actually are. And also like all the memories that I have connected to it, kind of why I think Breath of the Wild is better than Tears of the Kingdom, because of what I have connected to that game specifically. But that's for a different video. Stay tuned, like and subscribe, because I will be doing a video on why Breath of the Wild is better than Tears of the Kingdom, but that's a personal opinion. That really sums up my Pikmin obsession and how and why I am forever gonna be a Pikmin fan. So I am grateful for actually jumping the gun and saying I'm gonna play this game, and you should too. It's a really good game. I would really recommend it. So yeah, let me know your first experiences. How did you get into Pikmin? Do you still like Pikmin? Do you like Pikmin 4? Do you have a favorite Pikmin? And how many times can I say Pikmin? How many times did I say Pikmin in this video? Now I want to know. So yeah, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Neo out. This is actually, I think, my first video essay. So this is kind of the video essay styles that I'm playing with. So I don't know. I think the vlog should have been uploaded already, and this is the video essays, and the next probably like some tech review. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Oh, the Switch 2 is coming out soon. We just got word of when to pre-order, so stay tuned for that. I am going to be going over the Switch 2 versus the OLED and versus the original Switch. So yeah, that's going to be a full comparison video. Stay tuned for that. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Neo out.